Okay, screw it. We're going live
Okay, when?
right
When are we?
now.
Oh.
We are live with the crew.
Hey, gang, I'm in the truck. The boat just didn't have the internet for us here today, so we improvise.
Yes,
But
we do.
we are all here and alive, so it's all good.
Good to see you, Dad. Happy Father's Day. I wish I
Oh,
was on that.
thanks.
Wish I was on that boat with you, man.
Yeah, right. That'd be fun.
Yes.
Trying to get it ready for the big 4th of July week coming up, so it's going to be good times. Good boating out there,
It's
as
my
we all know.
favorite little boating week ever.
Yeah.
Being in that bay with you guys.
Yep. It's good fun, that's for sure.
Happy Father's Day, crew, to all you dads out there. You might not even know you're a dad, but you are. So, happy Father's Day to you guys as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Did I ever mention that you have brothers and sisters?
You have not. You chose this moment on the internet to tell me?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Why not?
Let's
Bust
get a
it to you live. Well, what do we got in there?
Man, we got Dave in here. He's stacking XRP like a drunken sailor. That's what I like to hear, brother. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
H versus N. Love the positivity. God bless all the real out there. Enjoy your day, gents.
Mandatory.
Sean's got himself a tequila on the beach. Beautiful.
You mean you could drink alcohol on the beach? Wow. Don't get your father started on that.
Yeah, no, not technically. But our boy, if I know him, will improvise.
He will find a way.
Yeah, he had a plan coming into that.
Of course he did.
Northern is out to lunch with his daughter. Her treat.
Nice.
Perfect.
Yeah. Love it.
We got the crawfish and Tony aboard. Thank you all for being here with us. Yeah, probably not many of us. So blow us up in the chat, everybody. There's 20 at the moment. It's very Daytona Beach. There are no rules.
Daytona, yeah. Love it.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I didn't spoil it, Sean. You gotta come on here and tell everybody your Daytona story. I will not wreck it for you. But I just thought it was the coolest story that we didn't even really get much around to what we were calling to talk about. So man, it was good to hear from you, Sean. We go a week now and not talk. It's like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Why would we wait a whole week?
I miss my friend. Yeah. What's he doing?
Speaking of, we might have an opening for next week, huh, Brent?
We do. I will be at my 20-year reunion.
Wow.
And I will be golfing with some of my brothers and best friends from my life. Not just from high school, but we all did the golf team together. And we're playing on the course that my dad and I both worked for. My dad helped build the course back in the day, because what doesn't Alan do? And I worked there the last 2 years I was in high school. And one of my favorite jobs, I would say. It's pretty darn good. So yeah, I can't wait to go back and see my stepdad. He and I just had this amazing trip. Happy Father's Day to you, Chris. And to my grandfather, Hal. I really appreciate you guys. You've given me this amazing family, and it's cool to see how the gentries are coming together, and how much more we're visiting, and just the quality of our time has just been amazing. So to all you step parents out there, you're just as real and special, to so many of us.
Yeah.
To take that on, at the start of a relationship is ballsy. It's real ballsy, and it's awesome. It's awesome if you are those people. Much love, crew. Much love. I have so
Yeah.
much. Dad, what do you
Stepfathers count for sure on Father's Day. Yeah.
have? Mm-hmm.
Yep. They can be just as important, if not more important, to most people. I never had a really good stepfather, but then again, when I look back, you always learn from the things you don't like, right? So in so many ways, it was a good learning lesson for me, really.
You've
Yeah,
said it to me so many times. It was like that you wanted to be a different kind of dad. You know,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and I appreciate that.
I would call what I've become as a father different for sure. Good or bad is a different as a whole different
Uh-huh.
angle. Just depends on what generation and who you're talking about how to raise a kid. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's been quite the adventure with you and I, which is
yeah.
which is
It's been awesome.
even
It's been
more
great.
colorful and awesome.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
No, I wouldn't
It's been
either.
great. So so Brent, next week you're going to be gone, as you said, and
Yes.
maybe we'll put something together. I'll be in a little better secure situation, internet wise,
Mhm.
and maybe we could have a guest or two or three come on the show.
Yeah,
And I'm thinking there's two or three in this chat that would be perfect guests. So yeah,
I agree.
that that might be the way to go.
I think it
So I
is.
could ramble on some XRP with a few folks. It's never a bad idea, especially
No.
with this group. Yeah, that'd be good fun.
Nope, this group's all about it.
Yeah. If I seem a little slow, guys, I've been driving all night, so I got here lightning fast. So, but anyway, I've been driving all morning, but just to get to the boat on time for this big show. Now I got
Yes.
so many other things going on, but yeah, it's good fun. It's all good. It's all part of life.
It is.
Yeah, Tony, the big question of the day: who can guess when the XRP lawsuit? Oh boy, yeah, Tony, the lawsuit over. They could end it now if they want to, dish out $1 billion, but I wouldn't give those thieves a nickel. So they're going to keep fighting it. That's that's my best guess. They're going to just keep fighting, and I
I've
and
got
I
a
don't blame them.
I've got an analytical take on it.
Okay, what do you got?
I forget if I talked about this a couple weeks ago, but I read a study that was done about it, and this company, forget the name of the site. Maybe I can try to post that on the link here. But they ran they ran the parameters through like the most advanced form of Chat GPT to come out with like a price prediction, like for a short term and kind of a little further out, say the case ended,
Mhm.
or the stable coin came out. I think that kind of those were the parameters. And it was like I want to say the high in the near future was like $1.20, something like that. It would get that 80 cents to like over $1 pop.
Yeah,
Um, could it be way more than that? Of course. Absolutely it could.
yeah,
Because we never know. We never know who else is going to jump on board at that point. It just might be green light all over the world after this thing comes to a close. So that's what they said. That's what they said. So take that with a grain of salt.
Well, Sean just put in there they dropped it to 102 million a day or two ago. I hadn't heard that. That's good news. Even 100 million, that's more than I'd give those fools. But I mean, I get it. They got to get on with their business, and it's. I mean, the company's worth what? It's ridiculous amount of billions with the amount of coins they have. So, yeah, 100 million is kind of for the price of doing business. Get out of town and get on with your day. But I'd still fight it. I'd still fight it because the market really isn't going anywhere anyway. So, until you get a institutional, I know there's a ton of adoption. The SBI thing, by the way, that SBI deal, guys, that thing is huge. I mean, when you start dealing with all the banking institutions in Japan, and I know they're not the whole thing, but they're one of the largest. And then you're dealing with everybody that signed up down in Brazil recently. You're talking about massive economies that when you realize how many people it entails and how it's opening up, not just to XRP, but XRP as well. When you're dealing in all these nations and these people that now have banking, you can walk into a bank in Brazil now. I don't know if you guys heard this news, and just buy any crypto you want. By the way, that's huge. And it's one of those things. Oh, really? Okay. Well, I'm going to take $50 out of my paycheck every month or week or whatever. That's going to be a big deal, and it's going to be when we can get an institution to say, yeah. The cool part is you have to buy it, but you have to buy it on the XRPL, or you have to buy it, with our liquidity. You have to use XRP in and out in between, from your dollar here to the real or whatever the Brazilian, I guess, is it Brazilian's a real, I believe. But anyway, put that down below. I can't remember which one that is. But so when that happens and it's XRP in between, then you're looking at the whole slew of transactions on top of. I don't know if you guys heard this one either. We just crossed 10. Was it 10 trillion in dollar value of transaction? I believe I heard that on somebody's show last week. Somebody said that. I haven't been able to look into it. If somebody could put that down there, I haven't been able to check into that yet. But I think it was Zach's show, as a matter of fact. He said something that was like 10 trillion. I was like, 10 trillion? Well, how'd we go from, we were at 50 billion and now we're at 10 trillion? It's like, wow, global adoption is happening quick. I want to say that was just through Ripple or XRP.
Yeah. I've looked in other places, Dad, and seen where there's 2 trillion here, and I think that's what it was. It was like,
yeah.
Cool. Don't quote me on that. I gotta look into that too. Welcome to the chat, everybody. We got Martin in the house. We got Gerald. We got the Hoofty. Brittany, good to see you.
Brittany, thank you for the Father's Day. Appreciate it.
We're oh yeah, we got the crew in here. The Oklahoman point of view. Happy Father's Day to all of you. We've got Money Paradise.
Who's that?
Yeah, who's that guy?
Never heard of him.
I don't know. I hope he's doing well though.
Yeah.
So Money Paradise and I came together and made a video this week. Let us know in the comments right now, Cody, if you're on, if you posted your video about your dad yet, because if so, we should all run over there. Cody's got this box of his dad's keepsakes that his brother gave to him, and he was telling me about this when we were kind of discussing what we wanted to do for our shoot. I was like, no way, man. like, you're doing a video about that, right? He's like, oh yeah, yeah, like in the bag. I was like, dude, I can't wait to just go in there and unpack that with you. And the video that we did together, we went all across the board, from life, spirituality, manifestation, into crypto, really crypto big picture. And I'm really, really excited to see it back, that particular video. So when that comes out, check your boys out. We got Slave in the house. We got Peaky in the house. What is up, brother? So good to see you in here, man. I know Peaky's had some issues, like with YouTube, like getting on here for whatever reason.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
I swear, brother, wasn't anything on our side.
He's the last human being I'd block on here, so that never happened.
We don't have enough followers to block anybody, guys. No. Yeah, we take all the losers, drags, whatever. We're good like that.
Yeah. The bots that just shower our chat with garbage,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember when your YouTube channel's just starting, you get like 2 and 3 views, and then like you look at the comments, wow, there's 50 comments, and like 48 of them are bots. You're like, oh man, should I erase them? I don't know if I should erase those, man. Those are clicks. Please, somebody watch my show, man.
Yeah,
someone,
desperate
anyone,
times, people.
I'll take the bot.
Yeah,
Martin Wayne's no bot. Dude, remember we called that?
You, bro. I'm so glad you're in my life, dude. The encouragement you've given me has brought me to tears. So you, man, we're brothers for a long time, dude. That's what I know about you and I.
Wow. I've got to tell you guys an email that was sent to you and I, Brent. I need to forward it to you. You should check it out. It was sent to me personally, but I was like, wow. Like every time you think you're not making a difference in somebody's life, you trust me, you are. You just are. And by the way, this person doesn't watch our show. This person just knows us, knows me more than Brent, but has met Brent like 2 or 3 times. In the letter she wrote about us and about father and sons and a relationship. Oh man, what a perfect day. I should have read it to everybody today. And it was so well written about what's important and what it means to just be a rock and just to be steady for people around you, because there's so many people that are just juggling life and they're just going from one crisis to the next, that when you can run into somebody that's a stable and solid person in your life, it means so much to the people around you, because it allows them to be a little bit more stable in their life. And then, and then we screw it up by talking about XRP. So, I don't know. Oh, well, I thought you were cool. Like, oh man, you're into crypto? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Oh, you guys are those guys. I thought you were really deep.
Thought you were winners.
Yeah. It turns out, that kind of depth. Why did Alan and I get into this in the first place, right? Why didn't we? He and I are energy healers. That's what we were nerding out about before all this. We're like, how do we connect everything?
Yeah.
And everybody, and money is one of those things, and trade that we have to try to get this right. We have to try to get it right, even if this is all some big plan that's being slowly laid out. It's like, it's a hell of a lot better system than what we got. It just is infinitely better, pretty much in every way.
Yeah.
Blockchain to blockchain, it's like, it's such a cop out now. Like, I used to take this kind of moral high road, everybody, where it was like, inside I was a little fuming because it's like, man, if we're not hanging on to all the crypto, it's like, what are those clowns going to use with it? Or what are they going to do? And that doesn't matter, because we have the opportunity to be in it early, to create generational wealth, and to do the kinds of things that I think all of us can relate to in this conversation right now. That we want to help others expand in every way, not just our crypto knowledge, but to really go the distance with each other as a community. And I've had those chats with a lot of you in here that are we don't even talk about crypto, because we got other stuff going on in our life that is even more important to us. But I'm so, like I said on Money Paradise, Dad, it was a blessing that we did this type of channel, because if we can get this right and we can help everybody kind of, okay, we can hang on, we can do this, and it turns out well for us, and it turns out well for humanity, potentially using a much better system. We will have all made a difference in that, and then have the chance to make a difference in everybody else's life around us.
You have made a difference. We want to see
for all of you, like, you're our community, so we're going to try to reach out to you and be your friend and help you out. But like, we want to see you reach out to your friends and your family and help and benefit them. And we can't wait to hear all those stories and share all that together. That's going to be the fun part. And this thing can get stressful, and they're going to take crypto through the weeds. But I'm planning on having fun with all of it, with all of you.
Yeah.
And that was what Sean and I just talked about, crypto-wise recently. And you gotta make it happen for ourselves now. I can't go out and acquire crypto for everybody, and it's just Brett makes it happen. No, it's all of us together.
Yeah, it's in that line of discussion, I hear people all the time, because Brent and I have kind of given our phone number out to a few people, and now Brent's talking with these people more than I am, which is, I don't mean these people, I mean our family. And Brent's talking to more and more of these people, and what I get from them is, wow, man, what an amazing son you have. Like, that's just amazing. Like, every time I talk to you, your son, I don't even understand where did he get that from? How did he get like that? I'm like, man, he was born that way, but it's bigger than that, because it's you make him that way. You're attracted to him. You're in this group. You're a part of the XRP family. You're part of this entire group. And everybody I've ever spoke to in this group is exactly like Brett. I mean, they're different. We're all different in our own way. But like, people think, oh yeah, you're just some magical YouTube person. No, man. You guys, if I gave all of you a microphone and just gave you a little practice, well, Sean just blew it up out of the water. I don't know if you guys saw his quick interview. He just sent it to me. Unbelievable. He just ripped it. This is who we are. This is the community that we are. And we're drawn and attracted to each other because of what has brought us together. But it could have been horses or bikes or something. You don't know what would have brought this group together. But this group is, I don't want to use the word magical, but there's something that my son and I always knew that we had together, and we would find it in other people, but we couldn't find it consistently in a group. And then all of a sudden this thing comes along, and it's like, wow, man, there's another guy. Oh, Dad, you got to talk to this guy. Brent, you got to talk to this guy. And you guys all blow me away with who you are. I'm not talking about what you do for a living. I'm talking about who you are. And that's the beauty of what we have here. And I can't think of a group that I'd rather succeed with. This is what we're going to do, is succeed together. And it's just going to be so much fun, you know, and I get to do it with my son and my wife and you know, my dogs and all you guys. It's just going to be a blast. It is a blast. What I mean, gonna be.
Yeah,
It's the journey.
I think the big nugget that my dad and I took away from our time doing the energy work, certainly the way I was healed was getting connected. It's all about connecting yourself to everything. Because when you connect yourself to everything, now, like at the time of my life, I was like, I had moved away from everybody that I knew. Got doing a job that, you know, I barely saw anybody the entire day. And then I go hole up in my bunk and study crypto all day. And it was great. You know, I was like, I'd be in a much better financial position today if I had continued to do that. But what did I need? Who am I? What was I born to be? And I left that job, even though it was a great one. And I did this seminar. And I think what was healed was, instead of me feeling like an island and separate from everything and everybody and not connected, it just rewired my brain within, you know, a couple sessions to where
it will too.
My biochemistry was re-networked into this dude, this is what you are. You know, you were made to have deep conversations with people and build them up. And I did a lot of work the other night. I was up till 4:30 in the morning 2 nights ago, just doing self-therapy, just work. And for us, like we talk about, it's you know, everybody always hears the analogy of like, okay, you bring your luggage to the airport, right? And it's really heavy and you're about to board the plane. And so many times in that analogy, they're like, well, you just go ahead and get over things and leave your baggage right there and just hop on and jump on that plane. This is what it is. It's about being on the tarmac and unzipping your bags and, okay, do I really need this in the bag anymore? Is this helping me? Am I going to use this on my trip? No? Okay, that can go.
Yeah.
There's this thing in my bag that, like, I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. Maybe you need to upgrade it. Maybe you need to expand on it. And that's what I got to in that session, where it was like there were some things that were still weighing on me wrong. They were still kind of pushing Brent over to where he's not really that truest form of what I want to give and what I want to be.
Yeah.
Very personal, most of them. And so it was like, I'm gonna re-network that, and I'm gonna make those things efficient, and I'm gonna look at the other side of it. I'm gonna think about the other their side of it, you know, the other side of the story. And I'm gonna add that to it because I have empathy. And so that became this powerful practice for me, to the point I was up all night just thinking, you know, and being on Cody's show, doing this show with my dad, you know, all the positivity that you all have given me really reconnected me to that person that I am. And I thank you all for it.
Yeah. It's
I've grown a lot. This channel. A lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Gerald,
anyway.
Yeah. No, that was cool, Brent. That's it's so important to remind ourselves, that there's bigger things than wealth. Wealth that comes in so many different, avenues of our life. And peace and happiness is so important. And I really think that money levels of different monetary values, it can bring a lot of security in your life. Typically, it can't bring a lot of happiness, believe it or not. A lot of people don't know that, but most billionaires I know aren't all that happy. But they're no more happy than anybody else, is the best way to put it. Gerald, sitting by the pool and catching fish, combination of both. He would have liked the first half of my life. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And but
Martin, me no bot. And we can't wait to hear your story either, Martin. I'm glad you wanted to share it. I hope you do.
That'll be all good.
We'll give you the platform to share it, and we want to expand from it.
Here's the thing I want to say about Gerald said, my daughter's a freshman at Texas A&M, and she's into math, zero interest in crypto. She has zero interest in it because she has other interests in life, obviously, right? And she studies and her friends and all that stuff. The difference is this. I guarantee you she knows what it is. And I guarantee everybody at her school knows what it is. That's the difference. I mean, they may not have the 100-hour or 1,000-hour study in it that the most of us have, but she knows what it is, and all of her friends know what it is. And just think about like the millennials and up. You can't say that about them. They don't all know what it is. And I have such a cool story. I was walking, I think I've told it before, but I went into Best Buy and I was talking to this guy and he goes, "Oh, hey, what's your YouTube channel about?" I go, "It's crypto mainly, but my son and I do it about, crypto and this and that, health, wealth, and happiness mainly." And he goes, "Oh, you're into crypto? No way. So am I. Oh, I got XRP." Oh, so he brings me over and there's like 3 other guys standing there. It's Best Buy, you know what I mean? It was kind of slow. I'm not implying that they just stand around all day at all, but maybe. But so I went over there and it was just like, they all, "Oh man, I'm into this coin. I'm into that coin." They were all 25 or less and they all were into it. And so it's one of those things that like, Joanna, one of the people that helps us with our channel, her daughter is in high school. She's like, "Oh yeah, all of them, all of my friends in high school are into crypto." Like not some of them, all of them. Yeah. Pretty cool. Yeah.
Tip of the spear.
Yeah. That's it. Hey Becky, good to have you, girl.
Becky. Bracing for snow. The West Coast is a wind tunnel right now, folks. So
windy and cold. I don't. It's cold here in San Diego. I mean, I call it cold. It's 70 degrees. Yeah.
Dave's 24. I love it. So there's something with us. Gen Zs that gravitate us towards this space. Very cool. We have what you brought up elementary last show, Dad. He's what, 15?
Yeah. 14, 15.
Yeah. We want to get him on here and let him open up about how he feels about it. What are his views and angles?
That's it.
To me, very important to understand that. Just what you said, Dad, about how many young people are in it already.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I had a really neat discussion with the owner of the hardware store that I was at this week, his 2 sons. And they were like, I want to say like 18, 19 years old, something like that. And it was really interesting conversation because we started off on crypto and they're not really into it, but you got to remember they're farmers and they kind of live out in the middle of nowhere. They knew exactly what it was, but I'm not saying that farmers are, anyway, you know what I mean. So the discussion got to the point was like, yeah, but see, the problem of it is that I would if I was like you. And I was like, oh, what do you mean by like me? And they're like, like a baby boomer, essentially, because your generation has all the money. It was kind of, he didn't come out and say it like that, but he kind of meant it like that. And I've heard it in posts before. And I was driving home from hearing that statement from him, and I thought, here's something that a lot of people won't tell you. Sorry, I've got a bunch of noise going on here. I'm in the neighborhood where there's Ferraris and stuff. So, when those things start up, they get a little loud.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not my Ferrari. So, actually, it's not a Ferrari. It's a Jaguar Type S. Anyway.
Oh.
Yeah, full car. So that, where was, so I said to myself driving home, I'm like, okay, you have to remember when I was 18 or 19, the generations before me had all the money. And one day the Z's and the millennials are going to end up with our money because I don't know if you noticed, but we're not getting any younger and they're dying off. And I forgot the number, but it's like $40 trillion is in the baby boomer generation. You are going to end up with that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going to happen. And the difference is that you're not going to buy all the things that boomers thought was important. You're going to buy a bunch of crypto, and they're going to buy a bunch of crypto. And that's just kind of what's going to happen. And it's really evident to me that when a grandkid of a boomer or his son gets a bag of money, he's not going to run out and buy 5 homes. Well, some will, but I don't think that's what he's going to do with his money. I really don't. I think on an investment level, he's going to at least buy some XRP or some Bitcoin or some Ethereum, at least on some level, for sure.
Sean, actually, let me talk about Hoofty real quick. Janitor in school. I'm a carpenter and a chemist, and I do property maintenance as side work. I religiously shop flyers for groceries each week to get sale prices on food. Yeah, I'm a labor type person just like that. And thanks for sharing that, brother. I think those are the things like that matter. I really do. Like, I feel like those are the kinds of jobs, we might be like, well, it's just, you got to go and Fred Flintstone and grind it out. It's like, I think that's the stuff that's still going to be around when this tech bubble just goes ape.
Hey, hello, Todd.
Hey, Todd.
Good to see Todd in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And Bonnie's probably not far behind. That's cool.
Sean just quoted our favorite comedian, George Carlin. With money, you can buy a house, but not a home. With money, you can buy a clock, but not time. With money, you can buy a book, but not knowledge. With money, you can buy blood, but not life.
There you go.
Yep. You can buy sex, but not love. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's funny, Dave. Your neighbor has an orange McLaren. My boss has an orange McLaren.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute. They have a turquoise one, an orange one.
Wasn't it purple?
Oh no, that's not the McLaren. That's a Lamborghini. The Lamborghini's purple. They have a black Lamborghini, a purple. Anyway, yeah, they got a bunch of those kind of cars. And after 10 years of me telling him to buy a 911, he finally bought a GT3. And he goes, dude, bro, I don't want I don't want to drive anything else. That's all I want to drive is my GT3 Porsche 911. I'm like, dude, what was I? How long I've been telling you that? He's like, I know. All the guys in my car club tell me, and I finally got one. I'm like, I can't even get in a Lamborghini anymore. And I'm like, that's a problem that I wish I had. You know what I mean? Which sports car to drive this morning? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I work for very wealthy people, and trust me, they're not all happy. Yeah. The McLarens are cool. I will tell you that. They are cool, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thanks, Rick, for the Father's Day.
Yeah. Appreciate Father's Day. Shout out to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, not into cars. I'm more into computers. That's a good thing, Dave. That's a real good thing.
I don't know if you guys saw the interview. You guys need to look up. I talked about it in my last video, or the one before. Ton coin, TON coin, and it's for the Telegram. The guy that created Telegram.
Yeah.
You guys need to look that interview up that he did with Tucker Carlson. Here's a guy who's a billionaire. He went through 7 different countries trying to find a place to. So he loved. He grew up in Russia, and his favorite thing was freedom of speech. And he went to 7 different countries trying to find a platform so that he could allow freedom of speech. He ended up in Dubai 7 years ago. It made me. I immediately signed up for Telegram as soon as I heard this guy's story. And when Tucker said, "Hey, well, what's the story? Where do you live? And you must have a high rise or something around here somewhere, And he goes, "No, I just got a small little house, little apartment." I think he said. Oh, okay. How many cars do you? No, I don't have any cars. I don't have any jets. I don't have any big fancy homes. I don't plan on getting any. It was just so matter of fact the way he said it. Now he's a young man. I want to say Brent's age, mid-30s. And he just had a matter of fact about him, like, no, see, I don't think that's going to be important in the future. I think what's going to be important is going to be our freedoms. And he wasn't a rah, let's, incarcerate everybody that doesn't believe that we all deserve freedoms. He just said, look, this is the way we change the world. We're going to change it by one viewership at a time. And we're going to make sure that they get to say whatever it is they want to say. Oh, such a great interview. And he doesn't do interviews ever. I'd never seen him before. Brilliant. Yeah, so good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Todd asked us, have you ever heard from the guy you found on the side of the road who was a Swiss banker? His job was getting outsourced. That was a great story.
No, I haven't. The bummer is somebody just not long ago sent me an email, and I thought it was him, and I was reading this email. It was really long, and it looks like something I would have wrote. It was very poorly written, and I assumed it was him, because English isn't his first language, and it wasn't him. And I'm really bummed I lost communication with that guy. He has my email, and I don't have his. He was in flux. He was trying to get another job, and he loved his new job, but they were outsourcing, everything. So, what happened? I don't know if you guys all heard this, but Germany went full out into. He had to move to Germany. If you guys remember that part of the story, he had to move to Germany, and it's because the banking system of Germany was going to adopt crypto. And then I want to say like 2 months after I met him, they went a different direction. They went, oh no, we have to regulate it all first. We have to get it all sorted out and figure this whole thing out. So I don't know whether he lost his job or not, but I know that he was going to be one of the people that was going to help create the integration of the whole thing into Germany. So yeah, I'd love to. If you're out there Please, please email me. I'd love to see what you're up to and what's going on. Yeah, that guy was cool. He was really one of those people that when you meet him, you're like, okay, this guy hadn't said anything to me in like 20 minutes. And I'm, me, I can't go 2 minutes without saying something to somebody. So I was doing all the talking, and I just figured he didn't know English very well. And then all of a sudden I start talking about crypto and I couldn't shut him up. He just started, it was awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Love it.
Okay, with our crypto money, Money Paradise is going Flatlander style Toyota van. He's told me that personally as well. His current Sienna being modified is the choice there. Who needs a McLaren when you can buy a pair of Helis? Slave's getting a Rolls Royce. Good choice. I like the Phantom a lot. Just cruise around in that back of that thing.
This sounds crazy.
Tacoma. We highly recommend the Tacoma as well.
I'm in a Tacoma as we speak.
Mm-hmm. They're the best.
A dog-haired ranched out to Tacoma is what I'm in right now. There's some dog hair on this seat, probably behind me. I don't know if you can tell. The Slave, I lived on a beach a bunch of times. It's a bit overrated, honestly. But anyway, Florida Beach would be better, I think. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's something about Florida Beach living. I miss it.
All we get is the salt here, and it's crazy.
Happy Father's Day, Conscious Contact.
Rashim.
We love you, brother.
Man, good to have you in here, brother. Yes, to you too. And take care of those kids, man. Take care of those kids. We keep promising that we're going to launch his video one of these days, right, Brent? We're going to do that?
Atlantic asked us, so Dave and Judy's will be next. We kind of decided to do one a week.
Yeah.
And we had major issues sending the files between my dad and me so I can edit. So bear with us. We also had a crazy couple weeks with our family, and some stuff came up. But Dave and Judy's up next, and I just loved the interview that we all had, the four of us. The energy in that room.
Yes.
When I got done interviewing Dave and Judy with my dad, we were driving home and I was like, Dad, I want to be like them. Like that's who I'm like, is that. Like that's the kind of marriage I want. That's like that's the kind of energy how I want people to feel when they're talking to me. Like Dave and Judy are just smilers, man. There's so much love, and woo, they're spiritual people, and they don't have to say it. You can just see it. Very cool.
And I know two people, I've talked to two people that were in the room when we shot that video, and they were just like, oh, that was magical, man. They were just like, oh my God. And I don't know if you guys could hear it in the Zach video, but the guy shooting the video kept laughing and commenting because he was like into the interview so much. Ron Wood, great guy. And we should have given him a microphone. It was classic. He was enjoying the conversation so much. But the Dave and Judy one, I think, is even better, if that's even possible. Yeah. So good.
Happy Father's Day to you, Ron. We're glad you and your family are in our life, man. And it's so fun to grow trust together. And we always want to inspire that in you and be a good friend to you, like you've been to us.
Yeah. Yes, Dave has some great insights about investing as well. There's He's I think he was down. Wasn't he in Cape Canaveral? Yeah, he was. He was in Cape Canaveral down there with Verson and all those guys. Because somebody sent me the interview. I never got all the way through it, but yeah.
Atlantic also asked us about VeChain. We've had a few cryptos pop up in the chat just so everybody kind of hears them out loud. Axelar, Ton, VeChain, and Flare. So if the crew's talking about it, we should probably dig in on it.
Yeah.
VeChain, I just haven't done my research. It was one of my first purchases ever because of what it does and its price point. You know, it's just like, wow, this is a home run. You know, this is just I got to invest in this. And the only study I've read is the Walmart one within the last year or so, which is a very promising one. How efficient they made their system there. I can't even remember at the moment what specifically they used it for. I think it was just sales, but it was something more specific to the company than that. But yeah, let's dive back in on VeChain. I love that project.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I can't wait to dig into the ones that you all are just talking about. All my research on Flare is just awesome.
Huge.
It's everything that you know, when we saw the money market and the development on XRPL, it was like the two of those things being together, that and Flare, you know, working hand in hand is just huge. It's not big, it's huge.
Yeah. And HBAR too. I've been really digging into HBAR. Yeah, I bought it a while back, but like I'm really into that coin, man. The more context, they had big news with Ripple this week too, right? And just it's all lining up, guys. I don't even know how to explain it to you guys. Ripple had probably the best month of any company in crypto. Like there's not even close. I mean, just with the Apex and all, it's just announcement after announcement after country after banking institution after banking. And like we were talking about when we started the show, when we can get out from underneath that lawsuit, it's just going to be huge. And I had somebody, I hate to spread logic on people every now and then, but this guy was saying, oh, well, I don't know why you guys even worry about it. XRP doesn't need America. Well, I get that. I mean, I get that. But on the other hand, let's remember, like I said in the video, they named their stable coin US dollar. I mean, they didn't call it the euro, right? I mean, they're clearly wanting to capitalize in this market because you have to. You just have to. And I'm with you. I wish you didn't have to, but you do. And that's one of the big deals.
Yeah.
Thanks, Melissa.
And they're Americans. They're, you know, the Ripple headquarters is 3 hours north of me. You know,
and really, we're all just people of the planet. You know what I mean? And that's what crypto is really going to prove. And going forward in the future, it's just going to prove to us all that we're all just human beings. Period.
Absolutely.
I don't care what the border or government says. You know, we don't need the rest of it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I've got a.
Hey, Melissa, welcome in.
I did somebody was saying Prince Edward Island. Yep. Been there, brother. And I love both sides of Canada. Actually, both sides of the U.S. and Canada up north are really nice, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Both Maine and Washington State are beautiful, but I lived on Vancouver Island for 4 years, so yeah, I know what a good beach looks like. I've been to a beach or two.
Oh yeah,
just a couple.
Uh-huh. Slaves
Everywhere,
all
Central
upstairs.
America.
Rustle up some grub. Love it.
Yeah.
Life with Glee. Cool comment. Thank you. We're throwing this up.
It's Gerald, it's not in our playlist yet. The Gerald, yeah.
Flare is halfway through its 3-year airdrop. Stake Flare
Yep.
for 15 more months of rewards. So huge. Thank you, Life with Glee. Wrote that one down. 15 more.
Yeah.
Love me some H bar. That's the one Cody and I discuss together. We didn't discuss it on the channel, but that's the one he and I like to discuss, and we're looking at. H bar's gonna be crazy.
Oh, there's so many. One of the things about Canada that they really produce well is comedians. By the way, they're just such a dry, hilarious humor.
That's where Jim Carrey came from. Yeah.
Right. I mean, John Candy,
Mike Myers.
Mm-hmm.
John Candy, I didn't know that.
I think John Candy, yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
So
and I'm forgetting a few.
Exactly, Atlantic. Exactly.
I have issues with Hugo. Yeah, exactly. Martin Short. That's the one I was looking for.
Martin Short.
Yeah. Justin Bieber. Yeah. Yeah.
The Biebs.
I saw him in concert.
What?
Yeah.
You went to a Justin Bieber concert?
I can't believe I just said that out loud on video.
38 years, and I'm still, and he's my business partner, and I'm still continuing to learn new things.
No, you know, I went to see a Christmas special up in Hollywood, and it was gosh, terrible. I can't remember his name. Played piano blind. Not Ray Charles. Anyway. Come on.
Stevie Wonder?
Stevie Wonder concert.
Mm-hmm.
And Justin Bieber was there. And he closed the show with Stevie Wonder.
Cool.
Yeah, Stevie Wonder, thanks. Yeah, it was really cool for charity. It was and it was a great show, by the way, except for the Justin Bieber thing. With all the girls found out, all the teenage girls showed up, and literally you had to hold your fingers in your ears. They were screaming that squeal. It wasn't even a scream, it was a squeal, like somebody stepped on a cat. Squeal. Yeah. It was bad. And for like 5 minutes straight. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Drowning out Stevie, ladies. What are you doing?
Well, no, they, you know, it was a really cool show. I'm forgetting half the people that were there. It was for charity. It was really cool. I didn't know a single song, so that was back in my drinking days. So I just headed to the bar. I was like, man, I'm not gonna watch that guy. But he put on a good show, from what I hear. I saw the first song. I shouldn't say that. Saw the first song.
Kronos came up. That's the native token for crypto.com. That's a project my friend Garrett and I were really big into a couple of years back. There's going to be something about making easy to use wallet, the potential to stake. Yes, you know, it's you got to trust that they're going to stay afloat, right? That's the issue with all these ramps. But when you make crypto real world easy, and like those guys made their own debit card, which I've had, really cool. I mean, they're not just the name on the side of the new Staples Center. It's a very cool project. So shout out to Kronos. We'll see what they do. We will see what they do.
There's alchemists stirring the pot, always.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love it.
A lot of lip syncing. That was a really cool show, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went there with another couple that, Brent knows.
Okay, everybody, best concert you've ever seen. Let's have them. I'm torn between two. Right before COVID hit, my stepdad and I, there's this really old, like 100-year-old theater here. It's called the Fremont. And they have all these cool shows. They have all these kind of, from comedians and actors who become singers to very famous people. And my stepdad and I saw The Offspring there. And on the Offspring show, I think I've talked about this on here before, but their whole tour was to do an acoustic show. And of course everybody gets in the theater and we're all like, "Are you kidding me? We grew up on Smash and you're gonna acoustic that? Like, seriously?" And the lead guitarist, he's like, no, check this out. And they ran it through the system. And he's got this beautiful wood guitar, like custom made. And it just sounds exactly like it did back in the 90s. And they just start cooking. And all of us, everybody in there, knew every word to every song. And the whole place, the whole movie theater, just ripping.
Yeah.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
That's a good concert. I've seen so many, it's just like, forget about it. I got the most impressionable one I think I've talked about before was 1974. I saw Physical Graffiti, Led Zeppelin. There's something about being 14 years old, and then when Kashmir comes on, that like it just changes who you are. Like it was amazing. Yeah, it was good stuff.
Wow, these are all good. They're all good, everybody. Brittany loved Bjork. Cody, Dave F. and Grohl.
Yeah.
Melissa, I love Jason Mraz. Not guilty about it at all.
Yeah.
Hoofty, Green Day. That was the first CD my dad ever bought me, I think. Was
Green Day,
yeah.
Yeah.
Ronnie James Dio. I gotta look up that.
Ronnie James Dio? Oh yeah, that's good stuff. Guitarist. I've seen the Allman Brothers. I've seen all the old bands, I saw one of the best concerts I've ever seen actually was a 3-band, and it was because it was held in a stadium in July in San Diego, and it was just flops, bikinis, and board shorts. Mm-hmm. And it was just wasn't even really the music. I mean, the music was incredible, but that was the Doobie Brothers band with the Allman Brothers, and it was an amazing show. We had way too much fun, as you can imagine. Back in the day, back when you could have fun and like not have to worry about it as much. Yeah. Wow, ELO would be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I've seen Pink Floyd. They were good.
The best I ever saw, because I was just so into them both at the time, was I saw Jack Johnson and Ben Harper together.
That would be good.
Jack had just come out with On and On, and Ben had just come out with Diamonds on the Inside, which in my opinion are still both of their best albums. I mean, both of those albums are gold. And
yeah, nice.
And Ben was playing his guitar on his lap, and he was playing Hendrix. Oh, this is crazy. So good. He outdid Jack. That's how good Ben was.
But I saw the best show I've ever seen was 2 nights in a row. I saw Van Halen in Cabo Wabo, and I was hanging out with them all day and all night.
That's a Patreon story that you must tell, sir.
That's
just is.
You know, if you guys ever wonder why I stop and have to gather my thoughts, I'm pretty sure it's because of the 4 days I spent with Van Halen. Yeah. Whenever you just see me looking off into the distance, that's what happened. Yeah. Yeah. That's what happened.
Melissa almost died at a Van Halen concert.
Oh, me too. Trust me. Yeah. The consumption level. You can't even believe. Yeah. Can't even understand. That was probably what? Gosh. Well, I know. Let's see. It wasn't David. It wasn't David. So it was what's his face? Sammy Hagar. But so what? Late 80s? I believe it was late 80s. Yeah. You know who's got some crazy concert stories is Sean. He was in a traveling punk band back then.
Yeah.
I can't even fathom what he was involved in. Yeah.
Just wild and crazy kids.
Yeah. Yeah. Sam.
Cody.
50. Yeah, 51 and 50.
Uh-huh.
That was good stuff.
I would have loved to. Atlantic, I would have loved to have seen Tom Petty. Like, all my friends made an effort and went and saw him. And one of my favorite all time. So good.
I never saw Tom Petty. That would have been good. I saw it. Those of you who know who Mana is, that was an amazing concert. I'm not kidding you, 80,000 people. It was in Mexico, and it was amazing. And I became a lifetime fan after. I never heard one of their songs until that concert, and I was a lifetime fan ever since.
Those are the only concert posters I remember seeing in Mexico. They were like the only ones on billboards.
Mana's so good. Oh,
yeah. Mana's
those
incredible.
of you who are not into Mexican bands, check out Mana.
Yeah.
It's a little. Yeah. Brittany, they're amazing live. Yeah, they are. They're musicians. You know, they're sort of like the Carlos Santana angle. And then I met people that grew up with them. They grew up in an island called San Blas. Yeah. Yeah. They're really, really cool.
Peaky commented, Dad, speaking of bands, you two need to call yourself the Wu-Tang Clan. Yeah.
Okay. We can go with that. Bro. I love Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang?
Wu-Tang is good music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Man, I'm lucky. It's a perfect temperature in this truck. It could have been really hot in here, Bill.
What a beautiful day. What?
Yeah, Wu-Tang is the real deal, man. That's good stuff. There's so many great bands. Just like
there are.
You can't. There's no way. Yeah. And
No.
I know he's kind of bubblegum, but I'd love to see Dave or John Mayer.
John Mayer. Oh yeah.
I've seen Johnny Lang twice.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to see Johnny
I want to
again.
see John Mayer.
John Mayer would be amazing. I know people that have gone. I'll tell you another one too. That's a concert that's on my list, and that's Garth Brooks.
Yep.
Every person I've ever known that went to a Garth Brooks concert said that's the best concert I've ever seen. And they weren't even country people.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like, no, that guy just blows it away. It's just like there's something about. Oh yeah. Yep. Johnny Lang's the real deal, right, Melissa? Man, I've been a Johnny Lang fan since his first CD. Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about Mana, Rick, because Mana is awesome.
Yep. Yep.
Chris Gaines. The name sounds familiar.
Oh yeah.
But I can't.
That's it. That's it, Joanna. He's all Garth Brooks. Just there's something about that guy's heart and his soul, man. And I don't even care if you like country music or not. That guy just nails it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah.
I'll never forget one Christmas. I couldn't have been more than like 4 or 5, and my dad got, like, as a gift, he got cassette tapes, and it was like all of his albums, like Garth Brooks, and he and I just rocked that. Yeah, like I remember like the first time I heard No Fences, I was like, whoa.
It's seriously, No Fences is one of the great albums ever. Yeah, ever. And I know I told this story before, but I met I didn't just meet him, I spent the whole day fishing with him, Clint Black and his wife. And I know a lot of people don't know who he is, but he was big back in the day, and he's a country guy. And I met him on his honeymoon, and his voice was unbelievable. I mean, I'm just telling you, we're on a boat, no music playing, and he's singing, just singing by himself. And yeah, he and his wife, Joanna, I was there on their honeymoon. They rented our boat to go fishing for the day, and they were partying, if you know what I'm saying. Partying. Anybody that tells you that country folk don't party, yeah, they don't know what they're talking about.
They do not.
They were pretty young. Yeah.
Real country friends. Working on cattle ranch, country friends. That's the friends I try to keep.
Sean, how many tequilas have you had, Sean?
It's so good, dude. I'm just gonna throw that right up there on the big screen, Yeah,
well, that's it.
Are we having fun yet on Father's Day?
He's a tequila or 3 in.
I want to shout out my two best friends here where I live, Phil and Steven. You guys making me Uncle Brent to your girls, and your wives doing that as well, who are my other best friends. It just it means the world to me to be in those shoes, and to spend my time after I'm done with this today. Everybody, I will be going to go try to see my nieces, because it's just so cool to see people grow up, and it's even cooler to see your friends or your family be amazing parents. And you both are amazing dads, Phil and Steve. I love you guys.
Yeah.
Just, sorry, that just hit me in the middle of our epic music chat.
And one day I'll be blessed with being a grandfather. One day, I see it coming very soon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You have to go on a date or 3.
More than ever, I kind of want that. That's another strange thing about it. You're around your friends' kids enough. You're like, dude, kids are cool. We're not sitting around talking about the usual stuff anymore. We're looking at. I was with them last night, and she's only 4.5 months, but week to week, she's tracking, and she can sit on her own now. She's like anchoring herself, and like just that kind of stuff. You're like, what else is she doing, guys? Like, you start getting curious, and you're like, wow, this is how we all were. Somebody took care of us all. God bless them.
Alchemist. That reminds me of W.C. Fields' quote. He said, it's not that I don't like kids. I just haven't found anyone who prepares them well.
Yeah. If my friends weren't doing an amazing job right now, I probably wouldn't be going over there. I probably just wouldn't bother myself with it.
Yeah, that's right.
That's so funny. B-Man, I bet you're an awesome uncle. You know it, Professor. You know it, man.
Yeah,
you all think I bring the love, man. I walk through their door, man, and it's just Care Bear stare right at all of them. The parents,
it's so much fun.
kid. So fun, man.
I love kids.
Yeah.
I used to, many of you probably don't, well, many of you probably know, but I used to teach kids skiing for many years. Loved it. Absolutely. It was so much fun. It's just the best. And I was so blessed to have it in my life. It's amazing when you look back and then you meet kids today and everyone says, oh, kids are different today. No, they're not. No, the kids that are like 6 and younger or 8 and younger, they're identical. They're just here and they're free, and they have this free spirit about them that's like they're dreamers. They're sort of like us in crypto. They don't see all the barriers yet. They don't see what they're not supposed to do yet, and it's so liberating is the word I'm looking for. It's just so fresh and real, and they're uncorrupted, and just I don't know. It's so beautiful to be around. Yeah. Love kids. Maybe one day I'll be a good grandfather. I don't know.
Oh, I know it. I know that'll happen.
Spoil them rotten, hopefully.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good fun. That'll be a good hang with old grandpa.
Teach him the farming life.
That's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Teach him.
Which really is cool. Like, if any of you get a chance to go to my dad's house at any point, it's really like camping. It's more camping than Farmer John. And that's my favorite part about it. It's like you're just so tucked away in the mountains that it's like, wow, I'm really out somewhere different,
Yeah.
And it's a very spiritual place for me, your house, Dad. I could just go climb up on a rock that we've all seen my dad shoot outside. And some of those spots are like, you can go sit on that rock all day. And then some cat, or some dog will come sit with you. And it's a good spot in the world.
There's a lot of positive energy on my property, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So good. I have the best of both worlds. I'm either living on a yacht or I'm living in the mountains in my own place, and it's just I'm so fortunate. I'm not a rich man financially, but I'm a wealthy person. Yeah, definitely. OG
Celebrating with the kids at Disney. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Bro, they're right on.
Too.
Have you guys talk about it? Have you made the big move yet? We gotta talk. You and I gotta talk, man.
Talk about a man that's going to make a great dad. I'm sure he's already a great dad, but yeah.
And a young dad. Like my dad was 25. And that's cool because now we're, as I'm like becoming a little older of an adult, we have that much more in common. And we did when we were younger too. It's cool to be a young parent. Very cool.
Yeah.
I think it's going to happen a little less and less. But at the same time, maybe not because of
get it done and out of the way when you're young. Is what I'm saying. And I'm not implying anything other than the reality of that. It's easier to deal with when you're younger, I think, on a day-to-day basis.
That's what you see. That's what I gotta find. Slave's got himself a black magic woman. That's the start. That's why you do the work that I was talking about earlier. Is so that I say this a lot too to Northern. He and I are just. It's like creating the picture of what you really want, and then when that comes along, it's not a well, I don't know, I'll see how this goes, and it's like, no, I got a really good feeling about this person. There's a lot of alignment there, and I don't care how long that takes, which is the really cool part. I've never felt that way in my life.
No,
it just needs to be right, and fun and challenging, and all of it.
Yeah, OG, catch up, man. I'd like to hear from you again. See what's up, what you're up to, what's happening. Yeah. And we're going to have some special guests next Sunday, Brent. I don't know who yet. We're going to have to draw straws.
Yeah.
And those of you who weren't in here early, B-Man can't make it next Sunday, so we're going to have to draw straws.
20-year reunion, folks. Little Woo Jr.'s growing up.
Little Woo, yeah.
I've spent more life outside of high school in my young years. That's the kicker. When that starts happening,
crazy, like, yeah.
Whoa, maybe I should have been adulting more. Maybe I should really get it together here.
And he grew up in a tiny school, so
yeah, we're all brothers and sisters. I think my graduating class was 81, and to be able to see them, and my best friend growing up, he just posted a picture with his kids. The opening of the creek in Mammoth, Dad, right where the park's at and where the ice rink is now, where your condo is. So there's that creek, and then there's the big storm drain and the bridge. He took both his kids down to that creek and shot this cool photo. It was like, I'm in Mammoth. And I wrote to him, I was like, man, I got to see your dad grow up and enjoy all that. And now your kids get to go enjoy all of that. It's pretty cool.
That is cool.
I can't wait to see them. Cannot wait to see them.
Thanks, Brittany. Enjoy your day.
Stay blessed.
You guys should get out and do something.
Stay blessed. Yeah, hopefully, Brittany and I back and forth. We both live on the coast here, and we're gonna try to hang out and catch up and get coffee and go spiritual talk. If I know the two of us,
make it happen for sure.
Can't wait, my friend. Cannot wait to see you. That goes for all the rest of you too. As we reach out, you're the people in this group and the people that we're getting to know. You're welcome to come visit and be in our life. That's what Al and I are really trying to do here. We want to be friends, and we want to, do this whole crypto thing with you and this whole life thing with you.
Yeah, Dave.
Today is a fun reminder of that.
Dave, the parks in America are amazing. They really are.
Yeah,
it's very. It's cool. I live right next to the second largest park in America, actually, Sequoia National Park. So yeah, really cool. It's a very cool park, and real close to Yosemite, by the way. Yeah, it's good stuff. There's another cool thing in America too, and it's called the people. The thing about America is there's so many great people in it, and the reason why there's so many great people is because they came from everywhere, and I really think it makes a difference. I really do. Yeah.
Somebody argued that with me recently. I was like, man, the diversity here is so cool. And they're like, it's not diverse here. And they're coming from a very political view and angle on it. And I'm like, who cares? Who cares about that? It's like, are you talking to me right now? Or are you talking to, who our next president's going to be? Like, yeah, our politics are a mess. They always have been for 200 and how many years?
That's right. Yeah.
But the people are
people
very
think
cool.
Controversy is new or something. Yeah, it's like, wait a minute. Yeah.
And almost everybody I know just absolutely loves foreigners. Like the culture, the
oh yeah.
So much of that is woven through our businesses and our own culture. It's not this American branded, there's all these different incarnations and versions of everywhere here.
Yeah.
That's it's awesome.
There's some good people everywhere in the world, man. And people are just people. It just matters where you grow up and who your parents were and what you think of life, and what you become with yourself is more important than being associated with a group of people. Who you are is more important than anything else.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. I'm a fan of this ball club or whatever. No, that's not who you are. Who you are is who you treat people around you. And the people that you surround yourself, all you need to do to figure out what kind of person you are is look at the people around you.
Yes.
And that tells you everything you need to know right there. Yep.
When we were talking about the healing stuff and getting connected, that's it. When you're disconnected from everything else, all of a sudden you start to kind of feel like things are starting to work against you here and there. And there's all these challenges and there's all these, but when you connect yourself to it, all of a sudden you've got all this patience that and all this, like, it's really the things inside myself that I try to build upon is exactly that, Dan. All of a sudden the company around you and the people around you are great and everything is starting to work for you. Yeah. And it's just that decision of how you're going to treat the world around you. Trust me, we're all connected to each other.
Yeah,
that's all I know. That's all I know.
Yeah. All right, B-Man, maybe we should try and get out of here. This truck's getting a little stuffy. And it's been a long morning for me already, actually. So maybe put in the comments sections of the people in the chat here who you would like to see on the show next week. That'd be kind of cool.
Yep.
And we should have set up a poll. But I think I have my candidate.
Yeah. We're going to reach out to that person very shortly here.
Yeah. I've got 2 or 3 candidates.
Yeah.
Thank you, Becky.
On a side note, go check out Money Paradise. Look for his dad video and the video of him and I coming out. Those are really going to be fun. Yeah, thank all of you for being here today with us. Man, happy Father's Day.
Robert, that sounds really cool, man. Love it. Love any kind of farming or the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
Becky says Simon. We can get Simon anytime. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He's old hat.
It's Simon called
Love
me about
Simon,
doing a
man.
video. I need to link up with them.
Yeah, no, Simon and I talk all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Simon and I had a great show lined up, and he and I talked for an hour and a half on the phone. I said, dude, we should have just recorded that. That was just epic. So he and I get on rolls. It's good. I had a great conversation with Sean today too. Well, I was driving, so when you drive for 6 hours, it's kind of cool to chat with people. Makes the time go by. Crypto Professor, man, you and I need to get hook up too. BG, who's Brad Garlinghouse.
Brad,
yeah,
that's an idea.
That'd be a good one.
That's not a bad idea, Professor.
No. If anybody,
that'd be wild to see.
Yeah. If anybody has his contacts, send them to me.
We'll have to have Melissa on sometime, of course.
For sure.
Professor, you and I, Patreon, sooner than later. Can't wait.
Yeah, we have so many interviews we got to post too, and then I don't know. Anyway, we're behind. Mm-hmm. It's been we have a crazy life, guys. In case you haven't decided. Brad Kimes, I just spoke with Brad the other day, actually, and he and I are working on a project, so look for that coming up. It's going to be wild though, because I'm really busy between now and the 4th of July. I am crazy busy, guys. So yeah.
Thank you all for spending an hour and a half with us. Go enjoy your Father's Day. Stay awesome.
Appreciate you all.
Happy Father's Day, Dad.
And think about my life. I get to spend at least an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours with my son doing the thing that I like to do the most, which is talk about crypto and all of our family together, and how lucky I am on this great Father's Day. So cool. It's a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we're lucky, man.
Yeah, we really are.
We made it happen.
Yeah.
The only thing happening. between you and what you want, everybody's making it happen.
That's right. Yeah. So true. I think with that, Brent. Yeah.